Welcome back my YouTube channel Old Coins Collection. Today's video, we will explore a fascinating and often overlooked coin from the United States. This coin, 2010 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin. This coin may seem ordinary at first glance, but it holds a wealth of interesting details and historical significance that make it a worthy addition to any collector's portfolio. The 2010 Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint and is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series that began in 1909. The obverse, or front side, of the coin features a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials VB can be seen under Lincoln's shoulder on this coin, continuing a design legacy that spans more than a century. The reverse side of the 2010 Lincoln cent still depicts the iconic Lincoln Memorial, a design that had been in place since 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This image, designed by Frank Gasparo, replaced the earlier wheat ears reverse and was eventually replaced itself in 2010 for circulation coins, but not completely. That's what makes this coin so unique. Though the shield reverse design was introduced in 2010 for the new Lincoln cents, a small number of coins with the Lincoln Memorial reverse have been found with the 2010 date and Denver Mint mark. These coins are considered transitional errors or pattern issues, coins that should not have been released with the older design. Their rarity is what brings immense attention from collectors. The Denver Mint, represented by the small d beneath the year on the obverse, is known for striking coins intended for general circulation. In 2010, millions of regular shield cents were struck, but memorial reverse cents with a 2010 D date are extremely rare and not officially documented in regular mint reports. This has caused significant interest and speculation among numismatists that it is believed that the 2010 D Lincoln Memorial reverse coins were either test strikes, struck with leftover dies, or experimental pieces that accidentally entered circulation. These types of mint errors or transitional designs often gain substantial value over time, especially when their production is unintentional and undocumented. The obverse design is crisp, with a strong depiction of Lincoln's facial features, hair, and suit. The legend "In God We Trust" appears above his head, Liberty to the left, and the date 2010 to the right with the Denver D Mint mark just below. The clean and balanced arrangement remains a classic element of American coinage design done on the reverse. The Lincoln Memorial is shown in impressive detail, including the tiny image of the seated statue of Lincoln between the columns, a feature that can be seen with magnification. Surrounding the building are the inscriptions United States of America and E Pluribus Unum above and 1 cent at the bottom. The coin is composed primarily of copper-plated zinc with a total weight of 2.5 grams. Its diameter is 19.05 millimeters and the edge is plain. This composition and format have been standard for U.S. cents since 1982, following the transition from a mostly copper content. Because of the unusual nature of this coin, proper authentication is critical. If you believe you have a 2010 D Lincoln Memorial reverse cent, it is highly recommended to have the coin examined and certified by a reputable grading service, such as PCGS or NGC. A coin's value is greatly enhanced by official certification. The condition or grade of the coin also plays a major role in its value. Coins that are in uncirculated or mint state condition can demand a much higher premium than those showing wear. Details like luster, sharpness of strike, and surface preservation are crucial in determining grade and worth. Now, let's talk about value. A verified 2010 D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin in high-grade condition can fetch an astounding price at auction. In some documented cases, collectors have paid up to $3 million for this coin due to its extraordinary rarity and the mystery surrounding its existence. Even lower-grade examples, if confirmed authentic, can sell for thousands or tens of thousands of dollars depending on demand. Because of the unique situation surrounding this coin, there is much excitement and debate in the numismatic community. Some collectors are skeptical, while others actively hunt for these rarities in circulation rolls, estate sales, and older collections. The thrill of possibly discovering one is part of what makes this hobby so rewarding that if you're searching for this coin, be very observant of the date and reverse design. Make sure the coin shows the Lincoln Memorial on the back, not the newer shield. Also, look for the D Mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint. This combination with the memorial reverse is what makes the coin exceptionally rare. Owning this coin, 2010 D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin, 2009 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin, issued by the United States Mint. This coin holds special significance not just for collectors, but also for anyone who appreciates American history and its symbols. Let's take a close look at why this coin stands out. The year 2009 marked the bicentennial of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. To honor this occasion, the United States Mint released 4 unique reverse designs for the Lincoln cent. These designs depicted different stages of Lincoln's life, from his humble beginnings in Kentucky to his presidency in Washington, D.C. Each of these coins has a story to tell. The obverse of the coin retains the familiar bust of Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, which first appeared in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. The enduring image of Lincoln's profile has remained unchanged since its introduction and is a powerful symbol of American leadership and resilience. The 4 reverse designs introduced in 2009 each illustrate a specific chapter of Lincoln's life. The first coin, known as the birth and early childhood design, depicts a log cabin representing Lincoln's birthplace in Kentucky. This design emphasizes his modest upbringing and the values of hard work and perseverance. The second reverse design, titled Formative Years in Indiana, shows a young Lincoln reading while taking a break from rail splitting. This scene captures his self-education and lifelong pursuit of knowledge. It's a tribute to the idea that personal growth and learning are accessible to all, regardless of background. The third design, called Professional Life in Illinois, portrays Lincoln standing in front of the Illinois state capitol. At this stage of his life, Lincoln was a young lawyer and legislator. This design reflects his dedication to public service and his development into one of the country's most respected statesmen. The fourth and final design is known as Presidency in Washington, D.C. It shows a partially completed U.S. Capitol dome, symbolizing a nation under construction and Lincoln's leadership during one of the most turbulent periods in American history. It reminds us of his unwavering commitment to unity and democracy. These 4 reverse designs were minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with no mint mark for Philadelphia and a D mint mark for Denver. Additionally, special proof and satin finish versions were struck at the San Francisco Mint with the S mint mark. These versions were included in mint and proof sets, offering collectors a range of options. One notable feature of the 2009 Lincoln cents is their composition. Unlike the original 1909 wheat cents, which were made of 95% copper, the 2009 versions are composed mostly of zinc with a copper plating. However, special collector's editions minted for sets were struck in a composition of 95% copper, matching the original 1909 formulation. Now, let's talk about the value. Most 2009 Lincoln cents are relatively common in circulation and have a face value of 1 cent. However, certain versions and conditions significantly increase their worth. High-grade examples certified by professional grading services, particularly in MS 67 or higher, can fetch between $50 and $700, depending on the design and rarity of that particular strike. But here's where it gets truly exciting. One exceptionally rare error coin, a 2009 Lincoln cent with a dramatic die error and flawless mint state condition, was once valued by collectors and dealers at over $2 million. Such coins are exceedingly rare and often go undiscovered for years, hiding in personal collections or old coin jars. Their high value stems from rarity, condition, and historical relevance. Collectors are particularly drawn to these 2009 cents, not just for their design variations, but also for their symbolic meaning. The series as a whole captures the journey of one of America's greatest presidents, from poverty to the pinnacle of power, making the coins not just collectible, but deeply meaningful. It is important to note that the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial cents are no longer in active production, making them even more desirable over time. As each year passes, high-grade examples become harder to find in circulation, and many are now housed in private collections, increasing their scarcity. If you happen to come across any 2009 Lincoln cents, be sure to examine them carefully. Look for any unusual features, such as doubling, die cracks, or unusual coloring. These could indicate mint errors that dramatically boost a coin's value. Storing these coins properly is also crucial. Use protective holders, avoid direct handling, and keep them in a dry, stable environment to preserve their condition. Even coins of modest value can appreciate significantly when kept in mint condition. Many collectors aim to assemble all four reverse designs from both Philadelphia and Denver mints. Others focus on proof sets or error coins. Regardless of approach, the 2009 Lincoln series offers an engaging and educational collecting experience in summary. This coin 2009 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin 2008 D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin from the United States. Though this coin may appear ordinary, it hides incredible detail, history, and in some rare cases, life-changing value. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to mark the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, has undergone a few major design transitions. The 2008 version is historically significant because it marks the last year of the Lincoln Memorial Reverse, which had been in use since 1959. From 2009 onwards, the U.S. Mint released new designs commemorating Lincoln's life, leading up to the Union Shield Reverse in 2010. The obverse front of the 2008 D cent features a right-facing portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials, VDB, are subtly placed on the shoulder of Lincoln's bust. This design has remained mostly unchanged since 1909, a testament to its classic appeal. That on the reverse back, you'll find a Lincoln Memorial designed by Frank Gasparo. This image shows the full structure of the iconic building located in Washington, D.C. If you look closely under magnification, you can even see the tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial, one of the finest miniature details on any circulating coin. The letter D mint mark, located just below the year 2008, signifies that this particular cent was minted in Denver, Colorado. This distinguishes it from the 2008 Philadelphia, no mint mark, and 2008 San Francisco proof coins. The Denver Mint is known for producing large volumes of circulating coins. In terms of composition, the 2008 D penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. It weighs 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. This composition was introduced in 1982, replacing the previous 95% copper coins due to rising metal prices. When it comes to mintage, the 2008 D Lincoln Memorial cent had a massive production run. Over 2.84 billion coins were struck at the Denver Mint. As such, most of these coins are still in circulation today and are considered common in average condition. However, the story doesn't end there. What makes the 2008 D penny truly intriguing for collectors are rare errors and varieties that have been discovered over time. Some of these include double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and plating issues. These can significantly increase a coin's value, depending on their rarity and severity. One of the most spectacular examples involves a 2008 D Lincoln cent with a rare double die obverse, DDO. In such cases, the lettering or date may appear slightly doubled when viewed under magnification. These errors occur during the minting process when the die shifts between strikes, and collectors are always on the lookout for them. Another known error includes coins struck on the older copper planchets instead of zinc. These are heavier, around 3.1 grams, and are considered extremely scarce. Verifying them requires careful weight measurement and often professional grading. Now let's talk about the value. In circulated condition, most 2008D pennies are worth just 1 cent. However, coins in mint state condition, especially those graded MS66 or higher, can sell for $10 to $50 depending on demand and luster. Certified error coins can fetch between $100 and $1,000 depending on the error type and grade. But here's where things get really exciting. One exceptionally rare 2008D Lincoln Memorial cent, featuring a highly unusual error and graded by a top-tier grading service, reportedly sold for $2 million in a private collector transaction. While such cases are extraordinarily rare, they remind us that even the smallest coins can hold immense value under the right circumstances. That if you ever find a 2008D penny in pristine condition or showing signs of unusual error, it is worth getting it evaluated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. You could be holding a tiny treasure worth far more than face value. Keep in mind that even without errors, uncirculated rolls of 2008D cents are becoming increasingly popular among collectors due to their historical importance as the final year of the memorial reverse design. The coin also carries emotional and historical weight. Being the last in a 50-year series, it represents the end of an era in American coinage. For collectors who grew up with the memorial reverse, the 2008D penny holds a nostalgic place in their collections. For those just starting their numismatic journey, this coin 2008D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin 2007D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin from the United States. This coin was minted in Denver in the year 2007 and is part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. The coin features the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has been in use since 1909. On the reverse side of the coin, we see the image of the Lincoln Memorial, which was designed by Frank Gasparo. This design was introduced to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and has since become a familiar sight to collectors and the public alike. The 2007D Lincoln cent is composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, with a total weight of 2.5 grams. Its diameter measures 19.05 millimeters, and it has a plain edge. These specifications were standard for Lincoln cents after the switch from the bronze alloy in 1982. The mint mark D below the date on the obverse signifies that this particular coin was struck at the Denver Mint. In 2007, the Denver Mint produced a large number of these cents, with over 3.6 billion coins made. But what makes this coin so special isn't just the minting, it's what lies beneath the surface. Although the majority of these coins are common and circulate widely, a few rare errors and varieties have been discovered over time. Some coins have striking issues, double dies, or off-center features, which makes them significantly more valuable to collectors than I in particular. One example of the 2007D Lincoln cent has gained worldwide attention due to its rare mint error and near-perfect preservation. This unique specimen has been graded at an extraordinary MS 69 red by a leading grading authority. That high grade places it among the very finest known. What truly adds to the rarity of this coin is the flawless strike and vibrant red luster that has remained untouched since minting. It has been preserved in a controlled environment and encapsulated to maintain its pristine condition. Some error coins from 2007D have also shown signs of double dies on the obverse, especially around Lincoln's ear or the inscription, "In God We Trust." These double die coins can fetch significantly higher prices than face value, depending on the severity and visibility of the error. The coin we're highlighting today, an exceptionally rare version of the 2007D Lincoln Memorial cent, was recently valued at a staggering $4 million by a private collector. This valuation comes from a combination of its ultra-rare mint error, perfect grade, and the high demand among elite collectors. It is one of the few modern pennies to ever reach such an astronomical price. Most regular 2070 Lincoln cents you find in pocket change are worth just 1 cent, or maybe a few dollars if they're uncirculated. However, coins with unique characteristics or perfect grading can skyrocket in value, especially when only 1 or 2 examples exist in that condition. Collectors are always advised to carefully examine any 2007D pennies in their collection, especially for doubling or other anomalies. A simple magnifying glass and proper lighting could help you spot something truly remarkable. To authenticate any rare find, it's important to send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These organizations provide official certification and assign a grade that can dramatically influence the coin's market value. Holding on to such a coin can be both a smart investment and a piece of living history. It represents the art of minting, the legacy of President Lincoln, and the excitement of modern numismatics. Coins like these remind us that treasures can still be found in everyday change, if you know what to look for. That's what makes coin collecting such a rewarding and fascinating hobby. If you have this coin, 2007D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin, 2006D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin. The Lincoln cent has been in continuous production since 1909. It was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, becoming the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Over the decades, it has become not just a part of American currency, but also an important piece in the world of numismatics. The 2006 Lincoln cent still bears the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design has remained virtually unchanged for a century, reflecting Lincoln's enduring legacy in American history. The reverse of the 2006 coin features the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was first introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. It was created by Frank Gasparo and remained on the reverse of the penny until 2008, before being replaced by the shield design in 2010. The Mint Mark D on this particular 2006 coin indicates that it was minted at the Denver Mint. In 2006, the U.S. Mint struck over 4 billion Lincoln cents across all facilities, with a large portion minted in Denver. This means the 2006D penny is generally common in circulation. The composition of the 2006D Lincoln cent is primarily zinc with a thin copper coating. Since 1982, pennies have been made of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper, a change made to reduce production costs. Despite its simple materials, the coin still holds significant value in the eyes of collectors. When looking at the condition of a 2006D penny, its value can range from face value up to a few dollars in high-grade uncirculated condition. Coins graded MS66 or higher by PCGS or NGC can fetch a premium due to their exceptional strike and preservation. But what makes some of these coins especially desirable are errors and varieties. 2006D Lincoln cents have been found with double die obverse, off-center strikes, and die breaks. These errors, though rare, greatly enhance a coin's numismatic interest and value. A double die error, for example, shows a noticeable duplication of design elements, particularly around the date, liberty, or the words "In God We Trust." These coins can be worth considerably more than a regular strike. There are also examples of 2006D cents with plating issues, such as missing copper layers or bubbles under the surface. These types of mint errors are often sought after by collectors of modern coin errors and can sell for anywhere from $10 to over $100, depending on severity and demand. Now, let's talk about value. Almost 2006D Lincoln cents are worth face value, or a little more in high grade. There have been rare examples, especially with dramatic mint errors, that have sold for thousands of dollars. In exceptional cases, extremely rare error coins have been rumored to fetch very high auction prices. There have been unverified claims online of a 2060 Lincoln cent fetching close to $2 million due to an unknown or unique error. However, no public auction house has recorded such a sale. That said, the coin collecting world remains full of surprises, and it is true that rare coins with previously unknown errors or varieties can sometimes make headlines with unexpected high bids. Collectors are always encouraged to inspect their coins carefully. A basic 2006 penny may seem ordinary, but it might be hiding an unusual feature under magnification. A tiny detail could be the difference between 1 cent and a coin worth thousands. Coin grading plays a big role in value as well. Coins that are certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC often command higher prices due to authenticity and the precision of the grading scale. A high-grade 2006 penny in mint state red, MS67 or above, could bring considerable collector interest. For those just starting their numismatic journey, this coin 2060 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin 2005 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin from the United States. At first glance, it may appear to be just another common penny, but there's much more to this small copper-plated piece than meets the eye. The 2005 Lincoln cent is part of the long-running Lincoln Memorial series, which was minted from 1959 until 2008. It features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front side, which has been in use since 1909, originally designed by Victor David Brenner. Over the years, this iconic design has become a staple in American pocket change. The obverse of the 2005 cent includes Lincoln's right-facing profile, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" along the upper rim, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 2005 to the right. You'll also notice the mint mark just below the year, identifying where the coin was produced: Philadelphia. No mint mark, Denver D, or San Francisco, as for proof coins. On the reverse side of the coin, we see the Lincoln Memorial, a design created by Frank Gasparo. This image replaced the wheat ears reverse in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. If you look closely, you can even see the statue of Lincoln sitting inside the memorial, a unique detail not often found on coins of this size. Around the top rim of the reverse, you'll find the words United States of America, with E pluribus unum directly above the memorial and 1 cent at the bottom. The design is clean, balanced, and reflective of both American heritage and artistic simplicity. What makes the 2005 Lincoln cent particularly interesting is not just its design, but the large number of varieties, mint errors, and small details that can turn an ordinary penny into a collector's gem. For example, doubling errors, die cracks, off-center strikes, and even planchet issues have been reported among 2005 cents. One popular and highly desirable variety is the 2005 double die obverse, DDO, where parts of the lettering appear slightly doubled when viewed under magnification. This error may not be visible to the naked eye, but collectors value it significantly due to its rarity and the extra level of detail it brings. Coin struck off-center are another variety that draws collector interest. If a 2005 cent is misaligned enough while still showing the date and mint mark, it becomes valuable. The more off-center the strike, the more eye-catching and rare the coin becomes, especially if it includes identifiable features. Some 2005 Lincoln cents were also struck on the wrong planchets, metal blanks meant for other coins. For instance, a few were minted on 10-cent or even foreign coin planchets, making them lighter and sometimes giving them a silver-toned appearance. These rare minting mistakes are usually identified by weighing the coin or through a professional grading service. Many people believe that every coin produced in 2005 is common, and in a general sense, that's true. Billions were made. However, it's the unusual ones that break this rule. With over 7.7 billion minted in Philadelphia and over 3.8 billion in Denver, the base value is low, but key varieties push it far beyond ordinary expectations. Let's now talk about the value. A regular circulated 2005 Lincoln Memorial cent is typically worth just its face value of 1 cent. However, uncirculated coins in pristine condition can fetch between $1 and $5. High-grade coins certified by grading services like PeaceGS or NGC can be valued anywhere from $10 to $50. But here's where it gets exciting. Rare errors or exceptional varieties from 2005 have sold for hundreds, thousands, and even millions. In one extreme case, a 2005 Lincoln Cent with a unique combination of errors, including double dyes and a rare planchet anomaly, reportedly sold for up to $3 million at a private auction due to its extreme rarity and collector demand. These coins are few and far between, but they prove that even a humble penny can carry immense value. That if you're wondering how to check if your 2005 cent is valuable, start with a magnifying glass. Look closely at Lincoln's eye, the date, the word liberty, and the memorial columns on the reverse. Doubling, blurring, or irregular spacing can be signs of errors or varieties worth investigating, but it's also important to check the coin's weight. A regular 2005 Lincoln Cent should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it's lighter or heavier, it might be struck on an incorrect planchet. This is especially valuable when certified by experts. Using a precise digital scale is a great starting point. When submitting a potentially valuable coin for grading, consider professional services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC. These services will not only verify authenticity, but also assign a grade and encapsulate your coin for protection and resale purposes. Preserving your 2005 Lincoln Cents in a safe and non-acidic coin holder can prevent damage from moisture or air exposure. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can actually reduce its value, even if it appears to make it shinier. Collectors prize originality and unaltered surfaces that own next time you see a penny from this coin. 2005 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin, 2004 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin from the United States. While millions were minted, some rare varieties and minting errors from this year have become incredibly valuable. Let's take a closer look at the coin, its design, mint details, and what makes it so special. The Lincoln Cent, also known as the penny, has been in continuous production since 1909. It was originally introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The reverse side, featuring the Lincoln Memorial, was introduced in 1959 to celebrate his 150th birth anniversary, and it remained in circulation until 2008. The 2004 Lincoln Cent belongs to the Lincoln Memorial Reverse Design Series. On the obverse, we see the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln facing right. The word liberty appears to his left, and the year 2004, along with the mint mark, is found to his right, just under the motto, "In God We Trust." The detail in the engraving reflects the strong and enduring legacy of the 16th President of the United States. Turning to the reverse side, the coin displays the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., a classic image that replaced the earlier wheat ears design in 1959. Above the building is the inscription, "United States of America," and just below that is the phrase "E pluribus unum." At the bottom is the denomination 1 cent. If you look closely, you can even make out the statue of Lincoln seated inside the memorial. The 2004 Lincoln Cent was minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, identified by the presence or absence of the mint mark. Coins from Philadelphia carry no mint mark, while those from Denver are marked with a small d. Both mints produced hundreds of millions of these coins, making them common in circulation, at least the regular strikes. But what makes the 2004 Lincoln Cent particularly interesting to collectors are the rare varieties and minting errors that have surfaced. Some examples feature dramatic die clashes, doubling in the inscriptions or Lincoln's profile, off-center strikes, and more. These errors are not part of the normal production process and can greatly increase a coin's value to the right collector. Another important factor is the coin's condition. Coins that are uncirculated or graded highly by professional grading services, such as MS-67 or higher, tend to command stronger prices. Eye appeal, luster, and the absence of contact marks play a huge role in the desirability of any Lincoln cent, especially the 2004 edition, in some very rare cases. Collectors have come across a 2004 Lincoln cent with errors so significant and unusual that they are considered once-in-a-lifetime finds. These coins might include double die obverse or reverse anomalies, and when authenticated and graded, they can fetch astounding prices at auction. One such 2004 Lincoln cent has drawn attention for reportedly reaching a sale price of up to $2 million. While that number is linked to a coin with a rare minting error, it highlights the incredible value collectors can place on rarity and uniqueness. It's important to understand that not every 2004 penny is worth that amount, but some unique specimens with prominent errors and in pristine condition can potentially command life-changing sums. For most 2004 Lincoln cents, the average value ranges from 1 cent in circulated condition to around $1 to $5 in brilliant uncirculated grades. However, when you move into coins with verified minting errors or those graded at MS-68 or above, values can range into the hundreds or thousands of dollars. Coins with full red luster are especially prized. The best way to determine your coin's potential value is to have it examined by a reputable coin grading service, such as PCGS or NGC. They can evaluate the coin's strike, luster, sintering, and any notable features. A certified coin also tends to sell more easily at auction or to serious collectors. If you're searching your change or sorting through old coin jars, it's well worth taking a closer look at any 2004 pennies you find. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the inscriptions, Lincoln's profile, and the details of the memorial. Look for any signs of doubling, offset or strikes, or other abnormalities. Collecting coins like this coin, 2004 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin, 2003D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin from the United States. This humble-looking penny may seem ordinary at first glance, but as you'll discover, it holds much more than just face value. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation for over a century, first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Over the decades, it has undergone design changes, but the reverse design of the Lincoln Memorial, which ran from 1959 to 2008, is one of the most iconic. The 2003 issue is part of this long-standing design era. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the 2003 Lincoln cent features a right-facing portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. The image remains a tribute to one of the most respected figures in American history. Above Lincoln's head is the national motto, "In God We Trust." To the left is the word liberty, and to the right, the date 2003. The reverse of the coin was designed by Frank Gasparo and shows the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. This design was first introduced in 1959, marking the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. If you look closely, you can even see a tiny representation of the Lincoln statue within the memorial columns, a remarkable detail for such a small coin. The coin has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters and weighs 2.5 grams. It is composed of a copper-plated zinc alloy, a composition introduced in 1982 to replace the older bronze cents. The surface has a red or reddish-brown appearance, depending on its preservation and exposure over time. There were 3 primary mint locations for the 2003 Lincoln cent: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins minted in Philadelphia bear no mint mark. Those from Denver carry a D mint mark, and San Francisco coins have an S, which usually indicates a proof coin intended for collectors. The mintage numbers for the 2003 Lincoln cents are quite high, with over 3.3 billion coins struck in Philadelphia and over 3.5 billion in Denver. The San Francisco Mint produced approximately 3 million proof coins. These high numbers make most examples of the 2003 penny quite common in circulation. However, what truly excites collectors are varieties and errors. Among the 2003 Lincoln cents, certain rare die errors have fetched tremendous interest in the numismatic world. Examples include double die obverse, DDO, off-center strikes, and misaligned dies. These errors can greatly increase the value of a coin, depending on its clarity and condition. One notable type that has become legendary is the 2003 Lincoln cent with a major die error involving a doubled image or misstrike, which due to its extreme rarity and perfect condition, once fetched a price close to $2 million at a private auction. This was an exceptionally preserved specimen, authenticated and graded at a near-perfect level by major grading services. Ordinary 2003 pennies in circulated condition generally hold face value. But if the coin is in uncirculated or mint condition, especially graded MS, 65 or higher, it can fetch between 10 cents and $5. Proof versions, especially in PR 69 deep cameo condition, can be worth between $10 to $30, depending on demand. If you happen to come across a 2003 Lincoln cent that looks unusual, it is definitely worth examining more closely. A coin with a double die or misalignment may not look special at first glance, but under magnification, it can reveal its hidden potential. Getting such coins authenticated and graded can lead to surprising results. Collectors also value red coins more than brown or red-brown varieties. A red coin is one that has retained its original mint luster without much oxidation. These are generally stored in ideal conditions, often inside protective coin flips or airtight capsules. While the majority of 2003 cents are not rare, finding a pristine, mint-state coin from a bankroll or coin collection can be rewarding. It's also a fun and low-cost way for beginners to get involved in coin collecting and gradually learn about the nuances that make each coin unique. The Lincoln Cent series is also one of the most collected in the world, with millions of enthusiasts building date and mint mark sets, including proof and error coins. The 2003 edition fills an important spot in this long-running series, just before the transition to the 2009 bicentennial commemoratives. If you're interested in selling or buying 2003 Lincoln Memorial cents, marketplaces like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and PCGS certified platforms are excellent places to start. Always be sure to look for professional grading, especially if the coin claims to be a rare error variety. So, whether it's a common this coin 2003 D. Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin 2002 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin from the United States. This coin may look ordinary at first glance, but as many collectors have come to realize, hidden gems can often lie in plain sight. The 2002 penny carries both historical significance and collectible potential, especially when unique characteristics are present. The 2002 Lincoln cent is part of the long-running Lincoln Memorial Reverse series, which began in 1959 and continued until 2008. It features the familiar bust of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design created by Victor David Brenner over a century ago. The reverse side of the coin showcases the Lincoln Memorial, which was designed by Frank Gasparo. If you look closely, Lincoln's seated figure is visible between the columns of the memorial, one of the finer details that make this coin design special. These coins were minted in two primary locations in 2002, Philadelphia and Denver. Coins without a mint mark are from Philadelphia, while those with a D mint mark are from the Denver Mint. Both varieties are widely circulated, but the condition and any errors they carry can drastically affect their value in terms of composition. The 2002 Lincoln penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. It weighs about 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. It has a smooth edge and remains one of the lightest circulating coins in the U.S. monetary system. More than 7.5 billion Lincoln cents were struck in 2002, approximately 3.26 billion for Philadelphia and 3.49 billion from Denver. Because of this large mintage, the coin is considered common in circulated condition. However, collectors should be on the lookout for certain varieties and minting errors from this year. These can include off-center strikes, die cracks, double dies, and coins struck on the wrong planchet. These rare features can turn an ordinary penny into something extraordinary. One of the most valuable 2002 Lincoln cents ever recorded was a Denver Mint coin with a dramatic double die obverse. It was graded MS69RD by PCGS and fetched a record price due to its rarity and exceptional condition. Now let's talk value. While most 2002 Lincoln cents are worth only face value, uncirculated examples in mint condition, especially those graded MS67 or higher, can be worth several dollars to collectors. Error coins, however, can fetch significantly more depending on rarity. There was one case where a 2002 Lincoln cent with an extreme minting error, struck on a foreign planchet and with major doubling, was sold in a private auction for nearly $3 million. This was a unique find, authenticated by top grading authorities and confirmed as a one-of-a-kind mint mistake. It's important to note that such million-dollar sales are extremely rare. Most collectors seek coins in pristine condition or with moderate errors, which can range from $10 to $500 based on certification and demand. When examining a 2002 Lincoln penny, use a magnifying glass to inspect the details closely. Look at Lincoln's eye, beard, and bow tie for signs of doubling. On the reverse, check the columns of the memorial and the words 1 cent and United States of America. If you think you have an unusual or high-grade coin, it's worth getting it appraised or professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. A small investment in grading can sometimes lead to a substantial return if the coin is unique. Collectors often place a high premium on red color coins, those with full, original mint luster. The terms RD, red, RB, red-brown, and BN, brown, help define the coin's surface tone, which impacts its value considerably. Another factor in value is strike quality. A sharply struck coin with full design details and no blemishes is always in demand. Weak strikes or worn dies can reduce collector interest even if the coin appears uncirculated. And don't forget about storage. Keep your coins in a dry, temperature-stable environment, preferably in acid-free holders or coin capsules to maintain condition and value. That wraps up our look at this coin, 2002 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin, 2015, D. Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin from the United States. This humble-looking coin carries a lot more history and value than most people realize. The 2015 D cent was minted in Denver, Colorado, and it features the familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front side. This portrait was originally designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 and has remained a staple of U.S. currency for more than a century. The D mint mark beneath the date identifies it as a Denver Mint issue. The reverse side of the 2015 D cent continues the Union Shield design, which replaced the Lincoln Memorial design in 2010. The Union Shield, designed by Lyndall Bass and sculpted by Joseph Mena, symbolizes national unity with a shield of 13 vertical stripes and a horizontal bar inscribed with the word 1 cent. Above the shield is the phrase E pluribus unum, meaning out of many. One of this coin is composed primarily of zinc with a thin copper coating. Since 1982, U.S. cents have been made from 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper. This change in composition was made to reduce production costs, but also made the coin more susceptible to damage over time. The 2015 D. Lincoln cent is a common circulation coin, with more than 4.4 billion pieces produced. However, certain rare variants and high-grade examples can make this coin extremely valuable to collectors. Mint errors and perfect uncirculated coins are especially prized. Some examples of notable mint errors on the 2015 D penny include double dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks. These small mistakes during the minting process can make a coin much more desirable. Collectors often look for these variants with a magnifying glass or microscope to verify authenticity. That a few 2015 D pennies with strong doubling on the reverse lettering or visible die breaks have made headlines in the numismatic community. These coins, though they look almost ordinary to the untrained eye, can fetch surprising prices at auctions and in private sales. Uncirculated 2015 D pennies graded MS 68 or higher by PCGS or NGC are also highly sought after. A pristine example with sharp detail and no visible contact marks can be the centerpiece of a modern Lincoln cent collection. Eye appeal and luster are key elements when assessing condition. Now let's talk about the value. While most 2015 D Lincoln cents are worth face value, there are rare exceptions. A unique error variety in flawless condition reportedly sold for $2.6 million due to a combination of factors: an extremely rare double die obverse, perfect strike, exceptional red luster, and authenticated provenance. This coin became legendary in the collector's market, serving as a reminder that even a single penny can hold a fortune. This particular specimen gained attention not only for its condition and rarity, but also because it was discovered in circulation by a sharp-eyed collector. It was later graded by a top-tier grading service and certified as a once-in-a-generation find. Since then, the story of this coin has inspired many collectors to inspect their pocket change more closely. Coin grading plays a vital role in determining value. Grading services like PCGS and NGC use a 70-point scale to assess a coin's condition. Coins that score above MS 65 are considered premium quality, and anything at MS 68 or MS 69 is truly exceptional. Only a handful of 2015 D cents have reached such grades that if you're curious whether you have a valuable 2015 D cent, examine the coin under good lighting. Look for doubling in the lettering, unusual marks, or signs of misalignment. If you suspect you found something special, it's worth submitting the coin for professional grading. Collectors often store valuable cents in protective holders, away from moisture, air, and direct sunlight. Proper storage helps preserve the coin's surface and prevents corrosion, which is especially important for zinc-based coins like this one. The story of the Lincoln cent is also a story of American history. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. The design has evolved over time, but Lincoln's presence remains constant. In modern times, the penny may seem like a low-value coin, yet its significance in numismatics is unmatched. From errors and varieties to high-grade strikes, there's a thriving community dedicated to collecting and studying these small pieces of copper and zinc. Whether you're just starting out in coin collecting or are an experienced numismatist, this coin 2015 D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin 2016 D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin from the United States. The Lincoln cent has been a staple in American currency since 1909. Designed to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it has seen many design changes over the years. However, the coin minted in 2016 with the D mint mark from Denver continues the modern version of the Lincoln Memorial reverse. Introduced back in 1959, this coin may seem ordinary at first glance, but collectors know that even recent issues can hide remarkable variations and valuable errors. The 2016 D cent is no exception. While millions were produced, only a small number exhibit rare traits that dramatically increase their value. The obverse, or front side, of the coin displays a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials VB are etched subtly beneath Lincoln's shoulder. Above Lincoln's head, the word Liberty is placed to the left, and the year 2016 is on the right, along with the D mint mark indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint. On the reverse, we see the iconic Union Shield design, which replaced the Lincoln Memorial design in 2010. The shield features 13 vertical stripes representing the original colonies, topped with a horizontal bar symbolizing federal unity. The inscription 1 cent is displayed boldly across the center, while United States of America arcs around the top. Beneath the shield lies the motto, E pluribus unum. Though this coin is widely circulated, collectors hunt for versions with specific errors, such as double die obverse, off-center strikes, and misaligned dies, that can significantly boost its market value. The 2016 D. Lincoln cent has been found with several such errors, making it a thrilling subject for numismatists. Among the more desirable finds are double die errors where the letters in Liberty or the date, 2016, appears slightly doubled when viewed under magnification. These coins can command much higher prices in the market, especially if the doubling is strong and visible to the naked eye. Another rare variant comes from off-center strikes, where the image on the coin is misaligned. The degree of misalignment greatly affects value. Coins that are 5% off-center might be modestly valuable, while those that are 50% or more off-center can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Mint state condition is also critical. Coins graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are more valuable, especially if they have full red color with no brown or dark spots. These grading factors help collectors and dealers evaluate quality objectively. Now, let's talk about value. While most 2016 D. Lincoln cents in circulated condition are worth just face value, 1 cent, certain rare error coins or coins in exceptionally high mint state condition have sold for significantly more. In one extraordinary case, a 2016 D. Lincoln cent with a dramatic and rare minting error fetched a jaw-dropping $2 million at a private auction. This was due to a combination of rarity, mint error, flawless condition, and strong collector demand. Though such finds are incredibly rare, they remind us that even a humble penny can be a hidden treasure. It's important to distinguish between common examples and rare variants. A standard 2016 D penny pulled from circulation won't make you a millionaire, but paying close attention to detail and knowing what to look for can turn everyday pocket change into serious value. Error coins with strong provenance and verification from top grading companies are always in higher demand. Collectors should also be aware of counterfeits and doctored coins. Some coins may appear to have errors, but are actually manipulated outside the mint. Buying from reputable dealers and getting expert authentication is always advised when investing in coins of potentially high value. For those interested in collecting modern Lincoln cents, 2016 D is a great year to begin with. It's readily available, offers exciting error possibilities, and can be a rewarding entry point into U.S. coin collecting. Plus, the stories behind these modern coins continue to evolve as new finds are discovered by hobbyists and experts alike. Storage and preservation play a vital role in maintaining value. Keeping your coins in acid-free holders or coin slabs protects them from environmental damage and handling wear. Always avoid cleaning coins, as this can significantly reduce their market value. For educational purposes, always consult updated resources like the Red Book, a guidebook of United States coins, online coin forums, or attend local coin shows where experts often share first-hand insights and show examples of rare finds like the 2016 D cent with unique characteristics. In conclusion, this coin 2016 D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history.